This may sound like a crazy question, but is Apex actually causing health issues? This has been an ongoing conversation, especially those that are predominantly streaming or creating content. And before you think you understand where this video is going, I'm not talking about viewership declining. Just 2 days ago, Apex Legends streamer Girl had started the conversation, which basically had a chain reaction from other streamers chiming in. And she said, notice how the Apex community is suffering, not viewership wise or honestly even player count wise, because those are separate conversations, but this one specifically through mental health. Apex Legends is a super competitive game where 3 out of 60 players win. It's been a very good game for many years, but too much competition can foster anxiety, stress, and jealousy. We need to do better for each other, and we need more sincerity. We have to take care of ourselves so that we can take care of the people we love. Allow your minds to rest a little because life goes on even after we're gone. Apex Legends streamer Sabs had also echoed this, saying it was the biggest mistake of my life that I couldn't see earlier. And you'll notice from Noko's response that the Apex community members seem to be going through the ringer with this. He says that the Apex community used to be one of the most positive communities out there and in all of Twitch. I remember vividly people from different games saying how lucky we had it, and they were right. But years later, it's turned into nothing but the most toxic in the gaming space. I tried to be positive and uplift whenever I could, but every post involving my name with Apex was people crapping on me or just hating on me for absolutely zero reason. And if I said anything, I'm soft or it's just jokes and rage baiting, etc. It's probably one of the biggest reasons I stepped away from Apex. And just a little context, Noko is now pursuing a game called Deadlock. It didn't feel home anymore, he says, and I want nothing more than the community to change for the better and support the game, but also the creators that they watch. The words y'all say really take its toll. Many other big creators, such as Fade, the movement god on YouTube, has posted that, yeah, the Apex community has been toxic as crap since like 2020, honestly, and everywhere you go, it's just negative crap everywhere, especially the YouTube side of Apex. And to be honest, I can attest to that. Many of the comments here can often get really weird for no reason at all. For the most part, I think most normal people just move on if they don't like something, but it seems that the Apex community members often will just decide to let you know that you're hated. I think we all agree that Reddit is really where it gets bad, but we all agree that there's a little bit of bad everywhere. Now, this thought process was actually contested by another streamer known as Caution, who kind of had a different approach, saying, I'm tired of people saying Apex is dying. It's a creator problem, not an Apex problem. We just lack innovators in the scene. Most creators doing the same Apex stuff year after year. People are dying for something fresh, and if Jinxie can pull off 50,000 live viewers on console playing Rainbow Six, then I think we'll be fine. I'm not saying it's all of us, but the game is to blame in some aspects, but I don't see enough creators putting in enough effort in trying different things. Many also decided to comment to disagree here. Many big streamers, including big pro players like Sweet Dreams, saying, as someone on the absolute forefront of innovation for Apex content, I've just ran out of ideas lately for Apex. The final area of untapped potential is kind of like coaching live tips with a gold player for a week and then watch them progress, which to me is kind of weird watching the experience. Tifa had also responded saying, the game is boring. Let's face it, people are tired. So many creators left. Some streamers that do play Apex literally don't post any content for Apex. There's probably only a handful that actually do post it. Hard truth is that the game literally has about a year left on it. Happy for the people that are branching out of content to do better things. It's tough and demotivating to play the same game for almost 6 years. Reactions and funny moments are the way to go. And like I said multiple times, if you're posting high kill games and getting traction, you're established. If you're not, then time to branch out. Caution specifically says that the game should have another 5 years left with the right changes, because nothing feels as smooth as Apex movement. The question is, do you actually have the confidence that EA will make those right changes? After much of the backlash in the comments, he also follows it up by saying people are taking this post out of context. I'm not saying creators are why Apex is dying. I'm saying that as a creator, you can still grow through down periods. We've talked about Noko and some others moving on from Apex to pursue games like Deadlock. There are many examples of things like that happening, but even just people retiring, moving on to just basically basically live normal lives and go to college and get a job and game for fun. Like professional coach Voltic, who just moved away from the Kansas City Pioneers to say, "It hurts me to write this, but my time in Apex competitive has come to an end. It's been a wild 4 years with so many highs and lows, and I wouldn't trade this journey for anything else. This was my dream, and I'm glad I was able to set out and accomplish everything that I had to do in my career, but I wanted to take some time and make sure that this was what I wanted to do, and I'm finally content with this." Basically just citing he wants to get back to genuinely gaming and just experiencing life and focusing on college. And while many people love esports, it definitely seems like the mental toll is starting to get to people, especially in Apex Legends. Going back to the original post of Girl, there are only 3 winners in this game in a lobby of 60 people, and it definitely can create scenarios where the people that are grinding 8 to 10 hours a day definitely feel left out or missed. For a short calculation of relevancy in this game, we calculated at least 120 players in the North American scene that are somewhat relevant. You definitely have at least 60 players, which is a full lobby of the top North American pros. But in that, there are definitely another 20 teams that are somewhat relevant or have their moments or sometimes are at the top. If you use that calculation times the 5 regions of the world that play consistently on this game, you've got about 600 professional players that are relevant sometimes. And this will cause so much of the player base to experience FOMO, or fear of missing out, because the competition is so rampant. Statistically speaking, you just simply will miss out on some events. You just simply will not be the best all the time. And in a battle royale where a win is really considered like top 3 or top 5, it doesn't always feel good even when you get top 5. At least with team versus team games, you get that sense of dopamine, like we made it to the next round of the bracket, we at least beat this team. But when you look at the competitive side of Apex Legends and the battle royale format, a lot of times moving on in the next round of the bracket is just barely getting by in 10th place, when 10th place definitely doesn't feel like a win. So the high saturation of all these highly talented players all competing for a little bit of attention, it just seems to put a stress on people. Apex Legends analyst for Falcons Esports, known as Privacy, posted this long tweet about what he thinks Respawn should be doing, but why he thinks Apex is not really dead. Maybe people are overreacting a little bit, including a new rank system, new metas, improving the competitive scene, perk system changes, LTM revivals like bringing back Winter Express, a Netflix Apex show, new player experiences, lore, and more story events. And then he also gave one that was heavily controversial, and many people agreed with everything on the list but this, and that was cross-platform improvement, saying console players matter and we need to make PC rank less punishing to console players and maybe less entry costs for rank and high rewards for kills against PC players. Not many people agreed with that one, but it definitely was one that he obviously posted. The too long didn't read. The long story short is this: Apex is becoming frustrating for many people, and it has been for a while. It's one thing to talk about the player count getting lower or the viewership getting lower, but people are starting to leave because they say that their mental health or their maybe even sometimes physical health is drastically improving when they step away from the game. Z Bowman saying, "I haven't played Apex in 4 months, and I also haven't had anxiety in 4 months. When you start to care less and just take life for what it is at face value and go with the flow and just try to enjoy gaming again, enjoy life again, get outside again, things start to feel refreshing. There's this weird balance of trying to jobify your passion, and while I definitely have a passion with gaming, there was a time in my career I definitely felt like I destroyed it all because I had made it all about a job. I was creating content because it took care of my family, not because I just always enjoyed it. But now that I do mortgage home loans in all 50 states and I help people buy houses, I seriously just love working and then just coming to do stuff online for fun. I don't care if I get a lot of views. I don't care if I get no views. I just like doing stuff." What are your thoughts on the current mentality of the game and how it may foster a lot of stress for some? Let us know in the comments what you think. Like and subscribe to stay up to date with all of our Apex Legends videos. And until the next time, we'll see you all later.